Imagine needing to monitor an entire sprawling area, maybe a bustling airport terminal, a vast university campus, or a big city plaza. You need to see everything at once, kind of like a hawk surveying the landscape. But then, boom, you also need to instantly zoom in with forensic precision on one tiny detail. Maybe it's an unattended bag, or a specific face in a crowd, or a license plate way off in the distance. How do you get both that, breathtaking breath and that razor-sharp focus at the same time? Especially without needing an army of security guards and just a mess of different cameras, each with its own blind spots and headaches. Well, today we're diving into a single piece of technology that promises to do just that. And in doing so, it could fundamentally reshape how we approach large-scale security and surveillance.
Yeah, and the real insight here isn't just that it bundles features together. It's more that this level of integration is profoundly altering the whole cost-benefit analysis for big security deployments. Instead of managing, a patchwork of different systems, which always introduces failure points and complexity, we're seeing the emergence of a truly unified security brain right there at the edge.
That's right. So our focus for this deep dive is the UniView IPC8645EA-ADZKM-I1 camera. It's a cutting-edge panoramic plus PTZ network camera from Alpha Vision. And our mission today is to really extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from its specs. We want to help you understand how this one device achieves what they call seamless situational awareness and targeted detail. We'll look at its unique features, its real-world uses, and maybe what it tells us about the future of integrated surveillance. Okay, so let's unpack this hybrid powerhouse, because this isn't just a camera, right? It's more like several highly specialized cameras all working together perfectly, but inside a single unit. So what exactly is the IPC8645EA-ADZKM-I1, and what makes this integrated hybrid approach so, well, revolutionary in surveillance?
Well, what's truly fascinating here is how this camera represents a pretty significant leap forward in surveillance design. It skillfully combines two distinct, yet really complementary ways of seeing into one package. You've got a panoramic module for that expansive wide area overview, and then you have a powerful PTZ, that's pan-tilt zoom module, for intensely focused detail and actually tracking things dynamically. The strategic insight, really, is in the synergy giving you both the big picture and the power to instantly scrutinize the tiny details.
Okay, let's dive into the panoramic part first. It uses 4 5-megapixel sensors. Now, for our audience who might already know about multi-sensor systems, what's the key advantage of this specific setup? For getting that sweeping 180-degree view without the usual distortions or blind spots you sometimes see with single-lens panoramic cameras.
Right. This architecture delivers a, well, staggering 20-megapixel total resolution across that full 180-degree field of view. That's way beyond what a single wide-angle lens could capture without some serious compromise. And it's not just about the pixel count, It's about keeping that forensic detail sharp across the entire massive scene, all captured smoothly at 30 frames per second. It ensures that even the broad overview is rich enough to spot those initial anomalies.
And what about after dark? Maintaining that panoramic view is crucial then, too. How does this camera keep that consistent broad coverage when the sun goes down, especially with all the tricky lighting in big public spaces?
Indeed. The panoramic section supports an impressive 30 meters, or about 98 feet, of IR night vision. So that essential broad visibility isn't lost when things get dark. This module basically acts as the ever-vigilant digital eye, providing a constant wide overview of the whole scene. Perfect for general situational awareness without needing someone to constantly adjust it.
Okay, so complementing that wide view is the fifth camera, a 5-megapixel PTZ. Given its 25x optical zoom and its own 5-megapixel sensor, what advanced capabilities does this particular PTZ offer? For really precise tracking and getting that forensic detail. How does it leverage being right alongside the panoramic view?
This really highlights the strategic advantage of putting them together. The PTZ module, with its own dedicated 5-meg sensor, isn't just for static zooming. It offers dynamic tracking and that impressive 25x optical zoom. That means true optical magnification of distant objects from 5.3 millimeters all the way out to 130 millimeters without losing image clarity. And that's absolutely crucial for getting high-quality evidence. The optical zoom lets you bring something far away into sharp focus, almost like it's right there.
So you can go from seeing an entire plaza to zooming right in on a specific face or maybe a license plate, all from one device. That's powerful. And what about night vision for the PTZ? How does it make sure you get that same sharp focus and detail in low light, especially with its longer range?
That's a critical distinction. The PTZ lens features Smart IR, reaching up to an impressive 100 meters, or about 328 feet. That offers significantly more night vision range compared to the panoramic section. So that targeting detail is still available much further out into the darkness. Operators can quickly zoom in on specific areas or anomalies they spotted in the panoramic view, providing that targeted detail and high-quality evidence that you just couldn't get with only a wide-angle lens. It really is like having the ultimate spotlight within that broad view.
Okay, so we've established this camera delivers incredible clarity, multiple views, even in tricky light. But all that pristine, high-res video, especially from 5 sensors at once, that must create a huge data management challenge, right? How does this camera stop all that crucial information from just overwhelming the network bandwidth or filling up storage instantly?
That's a critical point, yeah. And it's where sophisticated compression becomes absolutely vital for making it actually work long term. The camera supports a whole range of compression standards, industry standards like H.264 and H.265, plus MJPEG for certain things. But what really sets it apart for saving bandwidth and storage is Ultra 265. Now, this isn't just another H.265 variant. It's UniView's own proprietary optimization. It's designed to deliver even greater savings, they claim, up to an additional 95% over H.264 without sacrificing visual quality. For large deployments, that translates directly into massive operational cost savings and lets you keep high-quality footage for longer. It's, frankly, a game changer for managing data long-term.
Speaking of large deployments, if you're installing a camera like this outdoors, maybe in demanding public spaces, its ability to withstand extreme weather and maybe people trying to mess with it, that has to be a top concern, surely. What kind of resilience is built into this thing to make sure it performs reliably year after year?
Absolutely. That raises an important question about long-term reliability, especially for outdoor or public safety uses. This unit comes with an IP66 weatherproof rating. That means it's got robust protection against dust getting in and even powerful jets of water. So it's ideal for outdoor installation, whether it's on a building or a pole in a public square. It's not going to, flinch during heavy rain or a dust storm.
Okay, so it handles the elements, but, public cameras can sometimes become targets for tampering or vandalism. How does this camera guard against physical interference? What does that mean for how long it'll actually last in operation?
Exactly. And that's where the IK10 vandal-resistant rating comes in. This indicates a really high level of impact resistance. It means the camera can withstand significant physical force, deterring tampering and making sure it keeps operating, even if someone tries to, break it. We've all seen those blurry, scratched-up camera domes in public places, right? Looks like they've gone a few rounds. The IK10 rating isn't just a number. It's the assurance that your surveillance investment won't turn into expensive modern art after the first determined vandal shows up.
Right, and for getting it set up and plugged into an existing security system, what about connectivity? Because a powerful camera is only useful if it can actually connect seamlessly to the wider system.
Good point. In terms of connectivity and power, it offers PoE Plus support, Power over Ethernet Plus. This makes installation way simpler because you can send both power and data over a single standard Ethernet cable. Cuts down on wiring complexity and costs. It also includes microSD storage up to 256 GB. That gives you flexible options for local video backup or even standalone recording if the network drops temporarily. And critically, it boasts ONVIF G and T compatibility. Now, this isn't just some industry standard jargon. It's the guarantee that this camera will speak the same language as a huge range of existing security systems and software platforms. That ensures remote access and flexible integration without being locked into one specific brand. Though it is also specifically compatible with UniView's own EZStation and EZView software, naturally.
Okay, now let's peel back another layer here. This camera isn't just passively recording, is it? It boasts some genuinely intelligent features that let it actively analyze and even react to what's happening in front of it. What kind of smart detections are we talking about? How do they go beyond just basic motion alerts?
This is where it gets really interesting. What's fascinating here is how these intelligent features elevate the camera beyond just passive observation. It becomes about active incident alerting and collecting valuable data. These aren't just buzzwords. They provide actionable insights for security teams. For example, people counting. That's incredibly useful for managing occupancy limits in places like venues, or analyzing foot traffic flow in shops or public spaces. It helps businesses understand peak times or ensure they're meeting safety compliance rules.
So it's not just someone is there, but potentially how many people are there, maybe even which way are they going.
Right.
That's a huge difference for operational intelligence. But thinking about advanced security, how do these features work together? Could say a sudden spike in people counting combined with a line crossing alert means something more critical than just two separate events, like a flash mob or an unauthorized breach during a busy time.
You've hit on the core challenge and, the opportunity there. While each feature like intrusion detection, which alerts if someone enters a predefined restricted zone, or simple motion alerts is powerful on its own, their true strength really lies in combination. A sudden surge in people counting, coupled with a line crossing detection over a virtual barrier, could absolutely trigger a higher priority alert than a single event would. It might indicate a potential crowd control issue or an organized intrusion. And then you have the tampering alarm, which further ensures the system's integrity by detecting if someone tries to block or mess with the camera itself. This synergy provides a more nuanced and proactive threat assessment, allowing security to respond much more effectively.
That sounds like a really comprehensive suite for proactive monitoring. And beyond just the visual data and alerts, it even has audio capability, doesn't it? Mentions a built-in microphone and speaker with two-way audio support. What's the practical impact of being able to communicate remotely like that?
Indeed, and this adds another crucial layer of interaction. It allows for dynamic engagement. It means security personnel aren't just passively observing. They can actually engage in real time. This enables remote communication. Operators can issue warnings, maybe provide instructions to people, or just verify situations without having to physically send someone to the location immediately. Imagine being able to tell someone, hey, you left your bag, or please move away from that restricted area directly through the camera speaker.
Okay, stepping back for a moment then. What does this all mean for where a really cutting-edge camera-like thing would actually be used? You mentioned airports, plazas, campuses earlier. Can you paint a more vivid picture for us? What's the real-world impact in these high-stakes environments?
Yeah, the broader implication here is how these specific examples really illustrate the growing demand for comprehensive and intelligent surveillance. Imagine a large plaza during a busy festival. The panoramic view covers the entire space, letting operators see the flow of people, the general activity, across maybe hundreds of meters. But simultaneously, if someone drops a bag or maybe a minor incident starts to develop somewhere in that crowd, the PTZ can instantly zoom right in on that specific spot, maybe a lost child, or a potential security situation unfolding, capturing detailed high-resolution evidence. Evidence that would be almost impossible to gather reliably with separate, less integrated camera systems. It's really ideal for any scenario where you need both that complete visibility and that forensic detail.
So it's definitely not just a theoretical piece of tech. It's actively solving real complex problems in places like airports, campuses, public safety zones. And it's interesting, you mentioned AlphaVision, the company behind it. They're also being featured in built worlds for how their AI is transforming construction.
Yeah.
So this isn't just about selling a camera. It seems like it's part of a much larger technological ecosystem they're building.
Yes, and what's particularly compelling here is seeing how a company like AlphaVision is engaging in broader tech integration, beyond just traditional surveillance. Their presence at a major industry event like GSX 2025, that's scheduled for September 29th to October 1st, 2025, down in New Orleans, further suggests they're really at the forefront. They seem focused on combining advanced hardware with intelligent software solutions, potentially including AI, across various sectors, not just security. It indicates a pretty forward-thinking approach, trying to leverage technology more holistically. It hints at a future where security solutions are deeply embedded within a broader, intelligent infrastructure.
Okay, let's try and unpack everything we've learned today then. We've taken a deep dive into just one device, the UniView IPC8645EA-ADZKM-I1, and uncovered this whole world of integrated surveillance that truly combines that incredible breadth with pinpoint precision.
Absolutely. This camera isn't just, a collection of features thrown together. It really represents a significant shift towards smarter, more efficient, and genuinely comprehensive security solutions. We're moving away from relying on multiple specialized devices towards a single intelligent hub that simplifies management and dramatically enhances how quickly and effectively people can respond.
So for you, the listener, the key takeaways from this deep dive really highlight a few things. First, the transformative power of its hybrid design, that Panoramic plus PTZ working together, offering simultaneous wide area view and incredibly detailed zoom. Second, it's clear how crucial those advanced image processing technologies are, like WDR, DNR, and Smart IR, for delivering crystal clear video no matter the lighting, ensuring no critical details get lost in shadows or glare.
And beyond just the pictures, we saw the real practical advantages of its intelligent features. Things like people counting, intrusion detection, and that two-way audio for active monitoring and collecting invaluable data, not just raw footage. Plus, its robust durability, that IP66 and IK10 rating combined with efficient Ultra 265 compression and broad ONVIF compatibility really make it a reliable, flexible, and potentially cost-effective solution for all sorts of applications. Ultimately, it illustrates how companies like Alpha Vision are pushing the boundaries, integrating security with AI, pointing towards a future where our surveillance systems aren't just recording, but actively assisting in real-time decision-making.
Which brings us to a final thought. This deep dive into just one camera really reveals how technology is giving us these incredibly intelligent eyes everywhere. So what does this all mean for how we as a society navigate the increasing capabilities of surveillance alongside our expectations of privacy in public spaces, especially when a single device can see so much, track so much, and even, well, think a little bit on its own? The shift from passive recording to active intelligence definitely raises questions about the data being collected and its wider implications.
This raises a really important question, doesn't it? As cameras become more intelligent and seamlessly integrated like this, the significant challenge really shifts. It moves from merely collecting these vast amounts of data to ethically and effectively managing that data and truly understanding its profound implications, both for individuals and for the broader social fabric we all live in. It's something we'll need to keep discussing.